I am Mr. Power MSc set. Today we can discuss about diode. In this diode, we can discuss theory, construction, working, and application of the diode. First, going to the general concept, the diode it is the application of semiconductor. Because of we can see periodic table. In the periodic table, element 3, 4, 5 we can see at the screen. At the third, boron, aluminum, gallium are periodic 3 elements. It means it has a 3 valence electron in the outermost shell. Next, it is that the fourth element, it is that the carbon, silicon and germanium. It has a 4 electrons valence in outermost shell. Fifth element, it is that the phosphorus and arsenic. It gives or it have a 5 electrons in the outermost shell. The silicon material, it has 4 electrons in the outermost shell, that is the valence electron. Therefore, it can form the covalent bond with 4 of its neighbors. At the time, no free electrons at the silicon material because of every silicon atom that can be creates or form the covalent bond of neighbor atoms. The conductivity of the silicon that can be changed by the temperature. When temperature goes up, electron in covalent bond can becomes free. When the electrons are free that can be moved at the material, it means the conductivity of silicon is increases. Electron hole pair interaction. At the time temperature goes up, the covalent bond breaks. The free electron are in the silicon material. That can be holes generator, and these holes can be absorb another electron to the another covalent bond. So holes can be filled absorption of other free electrons so effectively, hence there is a flow of charge carriers. The free electron density at a given temperature, the Ni is equal to 5.2 into 10 raised to 15 3 divided by 2 xp minus Eg upon 2 kT electrons per centimeter cube. The Ni temperature is equal to 300 degree Kelvin is equal to 1.08 into 10 raised to 10 electron per centimeter cube. Temperature increases, Ni is equal to 600 degree Kelvin is equal to 1.54 into 10 raised to 15 electrons per centimeter cube. In the equation, Eg or band gap energy determines how much effort is needed to break off electron from its covalent bond. This exhibits an exponential relation between the free electron density and band gap energy. Next, what is a doping? The semiconductor have two types. One it is that the intrinsic semiconductor, another it is that the extrinsic semiconductor. The Intrinsic semiconductor means pure semiconductor. In this semiconductor cannot be doping another material. This semiconductor known as an intrinsic semiconductor. Another it is that in pure semiconductor we can add a impurity that is known as a doping, or this semiconductor called as a extrinsic semiconductor. In the extrinsic semiconductor, the conductivity of material that can be changed by the doping material. Pure silicon can be doped with other elements to change its electrical properties, that is the doping. For example, if silicon is doped with phosphorus, then it has a more electron or becomes type N electron. The silicon have a 4 electrons valence in outermost shell. The phosphorus atom have a 5 electron in outermost shell. At the time we can dope the phosphorus atom at the silicon material, the UV free or valence electron that can be creates covalent bond to the neighbor atoms. The remaining 1 electrons are free at the material, and these free electrons can be changed the position or drift the current. These electrons can be attract the or absorb the hole. Because of the free electron can be change the position or drift the current. This material is known as the N-type semiconductor material. Another it is that in silicon material doped with the boron, it has the more holes or becomes type P-type. The silicon material we have already discussed. Silicon material have outermost shell 4 valence electron, and boron have a 3 valence electron in outermost shell. At the time we can dope the boron atom at the silicon material, the outermost shell 4 electrons of the silicon or boron outermost shell 3 electrons can be created or form the covalent bond. But the neighbor silicon atom have a 1 electrons are free. These electrons can be absorbed the holes, and these holes can be changed the position in the material because of majority carrier of holes in the P-type semiconductor material. That is the summary of charge carrier intrinsic semiconductor, that is the silicon, and you already have 4 electrons are valence, so that can be creates the covalent bond. Another it is that the extrinsic semiconductor, at that time phosphorus that can be added to the silicon material, or it is also known as N-type dopant or donor, that can be gives a 1 free electron because of phosphor outermost orbit have a 5 free electrons and silicon have a 4 valence electrons. The phosphorus valence electrons are form covalent bond to the neighbor silicon atoms, and 1 remaining electrons that can be moved at the material, it is known as the drift the current. Another type it is that the boron material or trivalent impurities are added to the silicon material. The already see silicon have a 4 valence electron in outermost shell, and boron have 3 electrons in the outermost shell. At the time these 3 valence electron can be creates the covalent bond, and 1 electrons are free. These electrons can be removed. The electrons can be break the covalent bond, and 1 holes can be creates. These holes can be change the position. That is the P-type dopant electron. Next, our main point, that is the p-n junction diode that can be formed by or that can be made by p-type semiconductor material, and another it is that the n-type semiconductor material. In the n-type semiconductor material, the electrons are majority carriers and holes are minority carrier. Because of in the silicon material we can add it pentavalent impurity. It means in outermost shell 5 electrons are available. These 5 element that can be added at the silicon. The silicon have a 4 valence electron that can be form the covalent bond, and 1 remaining electrons are free. Because of electrons are majority carrier in n-type and holes are minority carrier in the n-type semiconductor material. Another it is that the p-type semiconductor that can be attached to the or that can be connect to the n-type semiconductor material. It can be structure in the silicon material. The trivalent impurities that can be added to the silicon material. Silicon have a 4 valence electron. Trivalent impurities such as boron, it has 3 valence electron. The Uri electrons can be created or form the covalent bond, and 1 electrons are free. These electrons break the another covalent bond and it can be gives its covalent bond. The holes can be created. These holes that can be absorbed the another electrons to the covalent bond. Another picture B that can be sees the symbol of p-n junction diode, that is the cathode terminal and anode terminal are 2 terminals of the p-n junction diode. Next, diode 3 operation regions. One it is that the when p-type material and n-type material that can be connected to the each other at the time, the majority carrier in n-type semiconductor material that can be going to the or that can be attract to the other ion or other carrier. So electron can be attract the holes and holes can be attract the electron. So change the carriers to the p-type to n-type and n-type to p-type. This condition is known as the p-n junction in equilibrium, the depletion region and built-in potential. Second, it is that the p-n junction in reverse bias condition, at the time depletion region is formed, the junction like as a capacitance. Next, it is that the p-n junction under the forward bias, the IV characteristics. In order to understand the operation of diode, it is necessary to study 3 operation regions: equilibrium, reverse bias and forward bias. The current flow across the junctions. In the n-type, majority carrier are electrons and minority carriers are holes. Another it is at the p side, majority carriers are holes and minority carriers are electron. Because of each side of the junction contains excess of holes and electron compared to the other side, there exists large concentration gradient. Therefore, a diffusion current flow across the junction from each side. So next, what is the depletion region that can be done at this slide or picture? The first, it is that the equilibrium position at the time n-type material and p-type material that can be connected to each other. The free electrons and free holes are connected to each other. That time the free electrons and free holes are attracted to the opposite polarity, and that can be changed the position to p-type to n-type and n-type to p-type. At the time positive ion electron that can be going to the n-type material, his losses his positive ion and it can be used the negative ion. Similar to the holes that can be changed the position to n-type to p-type, and he losses his charges negative to positive, and then the changing electrons and holes that can be used at the material, and this region is known as the depletion region, which cannot be change the position of n-type to p-type carriers, that is known as the depletion region. As free electrons and holes diffuse across the junction, a region of fixed ions is left behind. This region is known as the depletion region. Next, current flows across the junction drift. When the fixed ions in the depletion region create an electrical field that results drift the current. At the time, same amount of electron and holes are available at the n-type and p-type semiconductor. That time the current will be drift. It means the charges will be, or carriers will be changed the position to the n-type to p-type. The first condition of the diode in the reverse bias condition we see at the diagram, the external potential that can be connected to the diode. First, semiconductor conductivity that can be changed by the two methods. One, it is that we can increase or decrease the temperature. Another, it is that the external potential that can be connected to the semiconductor. That time current conductivity of the semiconductor, it will be changed. First condition, it is that the reverse bias condition. Reverse bias means diode act as a open switch, or it is act as a non-conductor. When the n-type region of diode connected to the higher potential than the p-type region, the diode is under reverse bias, which results wider depletion region and larger built-in electrical field across the junction. At the time, positive terminal of the battery that can be connected to the n-type of semiconductor materials and negative terminal of the battery that can be connected to the p side. At the time, number of free holes injected at the p side and number of free electrons are injected at the n side. That time, the number of atoms or number of free valence electrons and holes are changes his ions because of size of the depletion region that can be increases. At the time, no current that can be flow to the material, flow to the diode. That condition known as the reverse bias condition of the diode. Next, it is that the diode going in forward bias condition. When the n-type region of diode is at lower potential than the p-type region, the diode is in forward bias condition. The depletion width is shortened and the built-in electrical field decreased. When negative terminal of the battery that can be connected to the n-type semiconductor material and positive terminal of the battery that can be connected to the p side of material, that time number of free electrons and holes are injected at the n-type and p-type material. The depletion region will be shortened by this potential. Because of the number of free charges or carriers that can be changed the position to n-type to p-type and p-type to n-type. Next, it is that the minority carrier profile in forward bias condition, that is the equation PNE is equal to PPE exponential V0 divided by V, that can be seen at the slide or screen. Under the forward bias, minority carrier in each region increase due to the lowering of a built-in field potential. Therefore, diffusion current increases to the supply of these minority carriers. Similar to the minority carrier or charge gradient, the minority charge profile should be constant along the x-axis, otherwise there is no concentration gradient of no diffusion current. Recombination of the minority carrier with the majority carrier accounts the dropping of minority carrier as they go deep into the P or N region. Summary of forward bias condition. In forward bias, there are large diffusion current of minority carrier through the junction. However, as we go deep into the P and N regions, recombination of current from the minority carrier dominate. These two currents add up to constant value. IV characteristics of the PN junction diode. When the current or voltage relation of the PN junction is exponential in forward bias region, the relatively constant in reverse bias condition. The diode current measured or calculated by this equation